What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am back for a short amount of time. I've been incredibly busy with work and I barely have any free time to do anything anymore. But today is my one day out of the week, or potentially the month, where I have time to myself. So we are going to get some work done today. To get everybody up to speed, on the last video I picked up my work VSKF faces from Powder Bros. They came out amazing. Honestly, a good 9 out of 10 job, if I can be honest. Was thinking of going a nice pearl white, but for some reason the batch sucked, so we ended up going with a gloss white. And again, these came out amazing, incredibly stoked. Also have the tires ready to go once the lips and barrels come in, but I am still deciding what lip and barrel size to run. Thankfully, Warren and I will be linking up. I will be test fitting his front set of work VSKFs on the Skyline so we can get an accurate, say, measurement on what's going to work and what isn't going to work. A big shout out to Z1 Motorsports for also sourcing out OEM parts for me. Since we will be doing the big turbo setup on the Skyline, I want to of course do all the timing and maintenance beforehand and during the process. These parts are getting incredibly hard to find now. I got, again, OEM, everything in terms of timing, the tensioner, the idler pulley, even the spring was really hard to find OEM. And I even got OEM bolts, nuts, and washers. So a huge shout out again to Z1 Motorsports. In the last video too, we picked up the Prelude with all the new rear suspension goodies, arms, hubs, wheel bearings, polyurethane bushings, and this Prelude now handles absolutely amazing, even when it was on air ride. And my previous coilover setup, the Prelude is finally dialed in to the exact way I want it. Now moving on to the Skyline, need to get this project done as soon as possible. Today we will be also installing new rocker cover gaskets, and thank you Outsiders Garage. We have billet aluminum half moon seals that go on the rocker covers. We'll just use Honda Bond on the top part of this and also the inside of the grooves here. And we also have some oil splash plates, since we all know that RBs have almost terrible oiling issues. So these pretty much just prevent oil from splashing up too high on the rocker covers and helps the oil go down into the pan and the sump faster. Something along those lines that I was reading. But that shouldn't be too complex. Crossing my fingers, hopefully. The only thing that's going to be tedious is, again, just removing everything. So we have to take out the AM lines, strut bar, all the intake piping here, all the hoses and bells and whistles, so we can access the bolts on the side of the rocker cover panels and also the bolts inside. And while everything was off too, I was thinking of getting it honestly powder coated or spraying it myself. But I do plan on keeping this RB20 for a long time, so I'm thinking of definitely getting it powder coated. In terms of color, I was thinking maybe like this color blue here, or just do like a nice black with a pearlescent clear coat. Also got a couple of interior goodies the other week. We have the Lucky Labo air vent cup holder. Also holds your phone too, and it's in carbon fiber as well. It's a pretty nifty and beneficial piece, would highly recommend. I first mounted this onto the center vent, and unfortunately all the blades just were already deteriorated, so they shattered. So I hit the boys at Street Faction, and I got this triple pod 52mm gauge holder made, and it fits perfectly into the center vent location. I just have to, say, 3M or seal the backside of it so it mounts properly. But I also did order new gauges. As you all know, I have the Uego X Series AFR reader, and I ordered, I believe it was the X Series water temp, oil temp reader. So next I just need a third gauge. I don't know what I want to run yet. I was thinking of running boost, or I don't know. Whatever you guys think, let me know in the comments below. It is already the month of August. We have 4 more months before the end of the year, and I need to finish the Nissan Skyline project as soon as possible. But honestly, just 1 month of consistently grinding on it, taking out the OEM turbo, putting the new turbo in, and then all the fuel supporting mods I can do myself, as well as all the maintenance, all the belts, the new LS1 alternator, installing the standalone. I can all do myself in probably a week's time. Again, I just need to trailer the car to get the custom intercooler and intake piping made. Then I have to wait for my buddy Evan, who lives in Texas, to come down and tune the Skyline. And once that's all done, Skyline is exactly where I want it to be at this moment in time. The overall end goal is, of course, to RB25 swap, but the prices of these JDM motors has been skyrocketing lately, so I don't really have that planned anytime soon. We are finally reunited with my big brother. So here we have the 350Z. Warren recently just got the front driver fender resprayed. Some accidents happened, but John did an amazing job. So I'm just gonna go ahead and single stage polish it real quick and then ceramic coat it. And then we're gonna test fit the front set of wheels. So I think these are what, 18 by 10, right?
18, 10 and a half.
10 and a half, is it 10 and a half in the front?
Something like that.
And look what the rear is, 11?
Something like that, yeah.
Dang, well, we'll measure when the wheel's off. But I just want to see how much of a lip I can run in the rear without going overboard. And again, we'll just go ahead and measure the inner barrel as well. Cool, so just got done polishing and ceramic coating the front fender. I don't know if you can see on camera too well, but look at all that pearlescent. A huge shout out to our boy John, always taking care of us. Dude, this looks really nice.
You look very nice.
Thank you. Maybe I'll get the chaser black with this paint code. I love that pearlescent.
Boy, don't copy my paint coat. It's rare.
It is rare, huh? Oh no. So Warren works at a resort and he got some free portable soft fans. His battery's like straight from the 90s. Show them how it works.
Dude, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Well, this is what you need. This is what you need. The safe fan. This thing is old. Got the stand for the fan. What? You're in your drift car with no AC. Actually blows like pretty.
Thanks, dude.
Wheel secure, brother?
Yeah, $500 fee.
I'm gonna charge me a rental fee for test fitting wheels. Okay, so we got the front wheel off on the Skyline. I measured the barrel and lip, so we have a 5.5 inch barrel and we have a 5-inch lip on a disc, which is a medium disc, which I will be running up front, along with a 10mm spacer I got from PBM to accommodate for the Sumimoto dual piston caliper. So I want to see how big of a lip I can run and how small of a barrel I can run to kind of keep a more aggressive look, since I do have the D-Max front guards and they are a 30 mil extension from stock. Okay, so I got one of Warren's front wheels on my front. So this is not lowered all the way. So this is a 18 by 10.5 on a medium disc, A disc, tire size. The first number is correct, but he's running OEM specs, 45 size sidewall. And if I go any lower, it's gonna crack my front guards here, but got the measurements, 5.5 inch barrel. I have plenty of clearance here to my J-arm. And then with the lip, should be pretty okay, honestly, with the spacer. If Warren was running a skinnier tire, I could probably definitely make these work.
Oh, stop blaming me.
I could definitely make these work because it is super close. But I think I'll just have to run a 4.5 inch lip up front just to be safe. It does protrude out just enough to still maintain an aggressive fit. On a side note, my water temp gauge came in. Well, it's not just a water temp gauge. AEM also supplies with their X series a plethora of faces, oil temp, water temp, and just different faceplate colors, trans temp. Got the wiring harness, and also came with the solenoid here, so I can plug it into anywhere that needs this. I did also order a Mishimoto water temp sensor I will be installing in the midst of the turbo build, but I'm also seeing if I can just tap in to the OEM water temp sensor there so I don't have to cut into my expensive silicone hoses. So I have the water temp sensor installed into the first slot. To the right, it's going to be the AFR. And I'm thinking for the far left, I should do oil pressure because that is crucial, especially on these RBs. These fit absolutely perfect. 18 by 10.5 J. Don't know the offset, but this is an A disc, 225/45 tire. What tires I have in my room in the beginning of the video are 225/35. And this fitment is honestly near perfect.
Bro, why you telling my specs?
Dude, they already know.
Yeah, you're right, my bad.
No, just rolled, no pull. Dude, that's impressive if I do say so myself. 10.5. So my face is O disc, so it is, I believe, 2 or 3 millimeters shorter than the A disc here. So it will protrude inward ever so slightly, which means I will be probably running a 5-inch barrel and a 5-inch lip in the rear, and then any gap in between the rear quarter panel and the tire, I will take out camber so I can have as close to zero as possible. Thank you, brother. You are the greatest. I can't get over this. This looks great. Only thing is missing now is painted calipers. Alright, so as you saw in the last clip, test fitting the wheels and acquiring measurements was very successful. A huge shout out again to Warren for letting me do that. Definitely know now the front and rear specs I'm going to be running, but as a fail-safe, what I'm going to do, which may sound crazy, is build the front set first, which is going to be 18 by 9.5, 5-inch barrel, 4.5-inch lip. Order the barrels tonight, wait till they're made, get them, build them, seal them, slap the tire on, put them on the front and see how they fit, and then throw them back on the rear and see how they fit. If I like how they fit, I might just build them again back to 18 by 9.5. But if I want to be a little bit more aggressive and see how much camber I can take out, I will build them to 18 by 10, 5-inch barrel, 5-inch lip. I'm honestly building these really for the show in October, which is Oktoberfest, October 9th here in Tucson at the Tucson Expo Center. It's going to be a dope show. If you guys don't know, you should definitely come out. It's going to be a great time. But right now I'm in the mix of either building the wheels right now, which is going to run me with the lips and barrels between 18 and 2 grand, Or, like I talked about at the beginning of the video, install the new turbo clutch and everything in this closet for the big power mod for powerhouse build. In terms of fabrication, getting a tune, and any work a shop may need to do that I can't, that may also run me between 15 to 2 grand. So I'm picking my battles. I can do both, but I'd rather do one right now. Really leaning towards the big turbo build, but the thing is, I don't want my car to be down for too long and then I end up missing the show. But at the same time, I don't want to prolong the turbo build to build the wheels. So it's all up in the air, but let me know your opinions in the comments below. Other than that, thank you so very much for the continuous love and support, and thank you so much for 10K followers on Instagram. It really isn't a big deal, but it's a milestone for me. I can use that swipe up feature, which helps me out immensely. I'm definitely going to be doing a 10K giveaway, just trying to figure out what I want to give away. I don't want it just to be a couple pieces of merch and a thank you card. I want it to be kind of more meaningful, because you guys mean the world to me and I really do appreciate all your love and support. So I'm thinking on I don't know. I'm gonna make it super cool, I promise you, but stay up to date via Instagram. But thank you so much again for the continuous support. And if you're new to the channel and want to hit the subscribe button too, that'd be awesome. And remember, aim high, drive low. We'll catch next video. Take care.